Alright, here we go. This is the Kershaw Shuffle. We're going to see how it works as a bottle opener. Not doing so great so far. Bark, 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 bark. So, as this bottle opener, the Kershaw Shuffle fails. Greetings. This is the continuation of the Kershaw Shuffle. So here we go, the Kershaw Shuffle knife. And manual opening, which is pretty much the only feature on the front of the knife at all. On the back, what do we got? We got steel handle, blade, closed measurement, blade 2.4 inches, closed measurement 3.25, glass filled nylon or glass injected nylon, which is what the handle is. It's got that classic K design that they use on Kershaw knives sometimes, and I kind of like that. It's got a little bit of grip, not a lot of grip. The shape right here is really quite pleasant. I like that it's got a lot of belly to it. You know, I'm a fan of Wharncliffe's, but this still is a pleasing shape. Here is the bottle opener, which you saw fail miserably in the opening clip. The fit and finish, by and large, is quite nice. I particularly like this here, which is kind of almost got like a hollow grind thing going on there. I kind of like that. Obviously, plenty large enough for a for any kind of a lanyard you want to use. Reversible pocket clip, so you could do right hand or left hand, so that's a nice feature. Tip up, which is my preference. So it doesn't have 4-point, but at least it's got 2-point. So, and I can't open and close this with my left hand, and I am right-handed, so I imagine that a left southpaw could do it without any difficulty. Designed to be opened with thumb, and this is just far too small to be used anyway other than this. You can't, there's no way I can get my fingers in there to flick this and open it with my thumb. And it's also fairly tight, but that's okay. With this knife this small, that's all I need to do. And it's got this very large toil because there's just pretty much no way to hold this without doing this. I mean, you could, I guess, potentially do that. That's kind of silly in my book. It's very comfortable like this. There's a little bit of jimping down here where the failure of a bottle opener is, but it's very comfortable like this. And if you really wanted to, you could choke up on it like this. And if you were to do some cutting like this, now oddly, this almost comes off like a Skinner in this position. You know, you just reach in there and move things, you know, and cut things like that. The edge came out of the box. It's reasonably sharp. You know, it's not going to put any contest or anything, but it was relatively inexpensive. This is a $15, just slightly under $15, and I got it at Tractor Supply, so I don't know what the regular street price is. I quite like this shape in here. I really do. And this lanyard hole I mentioned could potentially be used as a heavy flathead screwdriver. You could use that for some of the larger things. You know, some things that are like designed for quarters and stuff, or maybe. So you could use it as a large screwdriver. But the bottle opener obviously is a fail. Liner lock, very solid lockup, absolutely no motion whatsoever. Has a very slight hollow grind with a secondary bevel. I prefer a flat grind with a convex. But again, it's 15 bucks. Can't have everything, right? Double thumb studs, so it's good for right hand or left hand. And they're quite slightly stepped down here. I like that design. I really do. I think that's quite pleasing, and it doesn't catch on things, which is also good. And it's flush with the handle, so these things don't sit proud of the scales, which I also think is a feature that every knife should have. I don't like when the thumb studs stick out too far, it catches on stuff. Now this is so small, I think if you remove the pocket clip, you could use this as an actual pocket knife without any difficulty. And it's obviously designed for very light duty tasks. You could take this out in an office environment. No one's going to freak out if you wanted to open a package or cut up you know, cut the peel off an orange or something. This is not going to intimidate anyone. The bottle opener, of course, did not fare well. Now, I will say one thing. When I got this, the only fit and finish feature about this that I didn't like was that there was a burr on one side of this bottle opener. Now, I knocked it off, but it was in a position that when I wanted to open this like this, it was actually digging into the meat of my palm right there. It was hitting me right there, and it would have created a hot spot if I had to do this on a regular basis. So and let's face it, as a knife nut like I am, I tend to play with knives a lot. So I knocked that off so that it's now not an issue. So this may be just, a fit and finish for this particular knife. I can't imagine that's going to be across the board. So for the price point, it's a nice knife. Bottle opener doesn't work, but then again, I don't care if the bottle opener works. I don't use bottle openers. But it's got a nice design, good finish overall for the most part, and make a decent pocket knife. So for 15 bucks, I think you could do a whole lot worse.